I stumbled upon this theory called Meds and Eds and quickly realized it played an integral role in attaining a walkable space for Hattiesburg. But what is Meds and Eds? Well, it's pretty simple. Meds stands for medical and Eds stands for educational. It's this theory we have in economic development that involves a partnership between medical and educational institutions to facilitate and catalyze growth within their community. In Hattiesburg, these institutions were Forest General Hospital and the University of Southern Mississippi.
Signal processing, a widely used technology that pervades every aspect of our life, yet very few of us know that it's even there. So what is signal? The sound pressure that you're receiving due to my voice is also a signal. The TV or the radio transmitter, when it produces electromagnetic wave when it's broadcasting a program, that's also a signal. So signal is just a physical quantity that varies over time or space. So you must be wondering, why do we need to process this signal? So if I was a sound engineer and I have to record a symphony, it's going to be sounds of different instruments varying over time. And then that's a lot of information to go on a CD. So I want to be able to compress all those information so that I can modify them or recreate them or maybe improve them and send them quickly.
In your head, I'd like you to guess the number of adults in the US that have a criminal record. The real number might shock you. The number of adults with a criminal record in the US is roughly equivalent to the number of adults with a four-year college degree. Of these 6.6 million Americans, nearly 95% of them will eventually return to their communities, often through probation or parole, community supervision. In fact, 1 in 55 adults in America are on probation or parole every year. Research has consistently demonstrated that gaining employment is vital to a probationer's success in the community. Yet, up to 35% of probationers remain unemployed up to 8 months after their release.
The purpose of my research is to better understand how these children learn motor skills. Think back to when you heard my instruction on throwing. Because you don't have a fluency in biomechanic terms, the words or the meaning of the words get jumbled, making it difficult to learn. And students with language disorders experience this difficulty when they're trying to learn motor skills every single day. And if it's difficult to learn motor skills, then these children are not going to have the confidence in their abilities to engage with peers in sport and physical activities. Therefore, it is imperative to find a novel instructional strategy to support their motor skills.
Although research has shown hearing aids improve quality of life, people with hearing loss wait an average of 7 years before seeking help. Only 1 in 5 people who would use hearing aids, who would actually benefit from hearing aids, actually use them. Consequently, people with untreated hearing loss, those who do not get hearing aids, will experience challenges in the social, emotional, and cognitive domains.
We call this loss of skeletal muscle mass that caused by immobility, muscle atrophy. Things can be worse if this muscle atrophy progresses for 1 month to years due to serious injuries such as spinal cord injury. There's one rising approach, which is blood flow restriction, or BFR, that might slow down the rate of muscle atrophy during the rehabilitation.
Microaggressions are interactions where one party, either accidentally or purposefully, presents hostility based on the cultural identity of another minority group. Some examples might include, "You're not like other Mexicans," or "You don't sound gay to me." These may sound innocuous, but they're like mosquito bites. One may not be a big deal, but many over time can cause harm. Because they are by definition small acts, they can be difficult to eradicate, especially in the workplace. Yet, when experienced, they lower job satisfaction.
If we look back to ancient civilizations, such as ancient Mesopotamia or Egypt, or even modern cities such as New York City or San Francisco, it's easy to see that life revolves around bodies of water. Something a bit closer to home, the Gulf of Mexico, consists of a shoreline bordering 5 US states and 16 major cities. And you may not know it, but the Gulf of Mexico has a profound impact on all of your lives. To start, it's a major US economic hub. 1/6 of US petroleum originates in the Gulf of Mexico. 7 of the top 10 major US ports are located in the Gulf. And despite its importance, all 1.6 million square kilometers of it, the 9th largest body of water on the planet, it is one of the least understood locations on Earth.
And our grand champion is Joshua Traub.